especially for the generation that's coming up behind mine, the so-called X generation and Y generation, whatever they're calling them now, that they have very little, it seems, respect for much of anyone, especially our elders. And I wanted to give this comment out here because I think there's a lot to it. He says, I get a kick out of a lot of the questions you get. Quite a few people seem to be looking for the holy grail or golden egg, and that's absolutely correct. He says, I'm retired and have watched so many young folks, 20 to 30 years younger than me. He says, I've got kids and grandkids in that group, who are in such a hurry trying to reach some unrealistic goal, or at worst, trying to get something for pretty much nothing. Maybe as parents we went a little overboard trying to make it easier for our kids than we had it. And he goes on. I mean, there's some more comments here, but I want to say this. First of all, I want to make this point again. You just have to get clear on when and how much. When do you want it, and how much do you want? If you have $1,000 and you're telling yourself, okay, I want to make $100,000. That's your first goal. When? When do you want to have that money by? You've already answered how much. When do you want it? Do you want that in a month? Okay, that's a pipe dream. Okay, turning 1,000 into 100,000 is a pipe dream in a month. What about 6 months? Would you be willing to wait a year? Again, when? When do you want it? How long are you willing to wait? I mean, my generation and the generations that are coming up behind me have really lost some of the delayed gratification. But again, I'm not saying that this has got to be, this is not a 10-year process here. Okay, but it certainly isn't a one-month process to get to complete financial freedom. In other words, making $100,000 inside of 1 month, especially starting with just $1,000 in the markets, is unrealistic, especially if you don't have the skills. Okay, so again, it's possible to make vast amounts of money in the markets if you have the skill. That's the whole point of me saying that, and why I even brought up the comment. In fact, I got another email from Doug. Doug teaches hockey, kids, I believe he said 9 and 10-year-olds. And what the advice that he gives to parents is, don't expect the kids to come out and get on the ice and just start winning hockey games. Because they're going to make a lot of mistakes. They're not going to know techniques. They're not going to be clear on strategy. So give them some time to learn. And that's why I keep telling you, just cut yourself some slack. Give yourself the time to learn what's going on in the markets, to learn how price moves, to learn how to diagnose price, to learn how to decipher the code of the market. And then, once you learn how to do that, you're going to set yourself free financially. Okay, then Doug goes on and asks several questions actually. He said, what is the new trading software you're developing? Basically, the software is designed to show you how strong or weak a currency is, but I do that so you can see all of the other currencies. And what it will give you is really a map to the market. So, in other words, if you see, let's look at, so we've got the euro, and in this particular trading methodology, remember, I like to see the euro and the pound both going in the same direction. Well, what if you see the pound as it relates to the yen, and the pound as it relates to the Swiss, and the pound as it relates to the Australian dollar? Whoops. What if all three of these are going down? What if the pound, as it gets up to resistance, say right here, all of a sudden the euro stops going up and it's going down?